In a post-apocalyptic world, a father and his young son travel across a desolate America. A catastrophic event has destroyed civilization, leaving only gray skies, dead forests, and ash-covered ground. Food is scarce, and the two must constantly fight to survive. Despite the bleakness, the father holds on to a single hope: to find a safe place for his son. He reassures him, saying, "We're the good guys, carrying the fire." The father and son push a shopping cart filled with their few possessions. Among their most precious items are blankets, canned food, and a pistol with only 2 bullets. They move through abandoned cities and towns, always on alert. The boy is curious about the world before the disaster, but the father's memories are painful. He avoids speaking about the past, instead focusing on the present and their goal of survival. Each night, they make camp, the father watching over his son as he sleeps. The darkness is filled with dangers, roaming bands of violent survivors who have turned to cannibalism. Trust is rare, and they must avoid other people. The father teaches his son how to stay hidden, how to run if necessary, and to never give up hope. His main goal is to keep the boy safe at all costs, despite the constant threat. One day, they come across an old house. Despite the risk, they decide to search it for supplies. Inside, they find empty rooms, broken furniture, and faded photos hinting at happier times. The father remembers his own family, but he quickly pushes those thoughts away. To survive, he must focus on the present. They find a few cans of food, a rare treasure, and they leave before anyone can find them. As they travel, the father grows weaker. He coughs frequently, and his strength fades, but he hides his illness from the boy. The son notices his father's condition, asking if he's okay. The father reassures him, saying everything will be fine. The boy tries to stay brave, but he fears losing his only protector. Their bond is strong, built on trust, love, and the promise to survive together, no matter the cost. One morning, they discover an old bomb shelter hidden beneath the ground. Cautiously, they enter and are amazed by what they find: a hidden stockpile of food, blankets, and supplies. For a moment, they feel safe, able to rest and eat without fear. The boy laughs for the first time in a long while. But the father knows they can't stay, they must keep moving to avoid the dangers that lurk above. After a few days of rest, they continue their journey. The road ahead is difficult, filled with abandoned cars, burned landscapes, and chilling silence. The boy often asks about the good guys and if they're still out there. His father assures him they are, even if he isn't certain. This belief gives them strength. In a world filled with darkness, the idea of kindness and hope becomes their guiding light. As they travel, the boy sees another child in the distance. Overjoyed, he wants to approach, but the father stops him. He explains that they can't trust anyone, no matter how innocent they seem. The boy is heartbroken, but he understands. This harsh reality shapes him, forcing him to grow up quickly. The father wishes things were different, but he knows that in this new world, survival comes first. One day, they come across a group of survivors. The father quickly hides with his son, watching them from a distance. The group appears hostile, armed, and dangerous. The father whispers to his son to stay silent, and they wait until the group passes. The boy is shaken, asking his father why people have turned so cruel. The father has no easy answer, but he promises to protect him as long as he can. Their journey becomes more challenging as winter approaches. The cold is unbearable, and they struggle to find shelter and warmth. Snow covers the road, and their supplies dwindle. The father's condition worsens, and he feels the weight of his responsibility growing. He knows he must teach his son everything he can, so that the boy can survive if he's left alone. This fear haunts him every night. One evening, they find a small stream, and the father shows the boy how to catch fish. It's a rare moment of peace where the boy learns survival skills that may save him in the future. They cook the fish over a small fire, savoring the warmth and nourishment. The boy feels a sense of pride, and the father sees a glimmer of hope. In teaching his son, he feels that part of himself will continue even in his absence. As they travel further south, hoping for warmer climates, they encounter an old man on the road. The father is hesitant to trust him, but the boy insists they help. The man is frail and hungry, and they share some food with him. He tells them stories of the past, of a time when the world was alive and green. The boy listens eagerly, and for a moment, he dreams of a brighter world that might one day return. The old man warns them of dangerous groups that roam nearby. He tells them to be careful and bids them farewell. The encounter makes the boy think deeply about kindness and survival. He asks his father why they're different, why they help others. The father replies that they must carry the fire, the inner light of humanity. This idea of the fire becomes a symbol of hope and resilience for the boy. One night, the father's condition worsens. He's weak and feverish, and the boy cares for him, showing remarkable strength and compassion. The boy begs his father not to leave him, but the father knows his time is short. He teaches his son final lessons, guiding him on where to find supplies and how to stay safe. The boy listens carefully, determined to honor his father's wisdom and keep going, no matter what. Their final days together are filled with quiet moments and conversations. The father reminds the boy of the importance of kindness and staying true to himself. He tells him, "You're the best part of me, and you'll carry the fire." The boy doesn't fully understand, but he feels the weight of his father's love and hope. Even in his sadness, he promises to keep moving forward, carrying his father's spirit within him. When the father eventually passes away, the boy is heartbroken but remembers his promise. He buries his father and continues down the road alone, feeling vulnerable yet determined. The boy now understands the meaning of carrying the fire. It's a symbol of hope, courage, and the will to survive with kindness. Though scared, he believes that there are still good guys out there and that he is one of them. As he walks, the boy meets a family, a man, a woman, and 2 children. They seem kind, and they offer to take him in. Remembering his father's lessons, he is cautious but feels a glimmer of trust. After days of isolation, he feels a sense of warmth and safety. He decides to join them, seeing this as the beginning of a new chapter. The family welcomes him, recognizing the fire he carries within. With his new family, the boy continues to move forward. He still thinks of his father and their journey, cherishing the lessons that shaped him. The world is still harsh, but he believes in the goodness his father taught him to find. Together, they navigate the dangers, helping each other. The boy grows stronger, realizing that carrying the fire is more than just survival, it's the choice to live with purpose and hope. The boy's story becomes one of resilience and hope in a broken world. He carries his father's legacy, spreading kindness and courage wherever he goes. The memory of his father's love remains his guiding light. The road ahead is uncertain, but he knows he is not alone. As he journeys forward, he understands that carrying the fire means keeping humanity alive even in the darkest of times.